Good evening, everyone. Today, I will share you what I have learned and understand about Gregor Mendel's law of genetics. Today, I want to share what I have learned about Gregor Mendel's groundbreaking work in genetics. It's a fascinating story that revolutionized in our understanding of heredity. Mendel, a monk in 19th century Austria, meticulously studied pea plants. He didn't just observe them, he experimented, crossing different varieties with specific traits like flower color or seed shape. This wasn't random. He carefully controlled his experiments, keeping detailed records. This method- methodical approach is key to understanding his success. His observation led to the formulation of three fundamental laws. The first one is the law of segregation. This states that each parent contributes one allele, which is a version of gene, for each trait to their offspring. These alleles separate during gamete, sperm and egg formation, so each gamete carries only one allele for each gene. Think of it like shuffling a deck of cards. Each card gets separated and distributed individually. So the second one is the law of independent assortment. This law explains how different traits are inherited independently of each other. The inheritance of one trait doesn't influence the inheritance of another. Continuing our card analogy, this distribution is one suit, also known as one trait, doesn't affect the distribution of one another. And finally, the third, the law of dominance. This states that some alleles are dominant over others if an individual inherits one dominant and one recessive allele. The dominant trait will be expressed only when an individual inherits two recessive alleles will the recessive trait show up. This explains why some traits seem to skip generations. Mendel's work was initially overlooked, but its discovery in the early 20th century laid the foundation for modern genetics. His laws are still fundamental to our understanding of how traits are passed from parents to offspring. His careful experimentation and meticulous record of keeping serve as a model for scientific inquiry. His legacy continues his legacy continues to shape our understanding of life itself. Thank you, that's all.